Excellent. I am an isosceles triangle, with two angles that measure 3x each. What is the...
Teacher, I have a question. Why are these so... Alright, anyways, let's jump into today's video. My name is Cintron, I kid you not, that's my real name. And we're going to look at the roommates again today. Hey. Looking at Cardi B and the age-old lesson. So let's learn those lessons. So kids, don't join a gang or
This idea, I've seen a lot of women have this idea. They have this idea that if I got that wet, if I got that good, you know what I mean? If I got, you know what I mean, the best of the best, now I can get whatever man I want. Now, you know what I mean? I can be able to get married. They literally view their ability to get married and have healthy long-term relationships based upon their sexual performance. And what these women don't realize is that has nothing to do with commitment.
Yeah, he ain't lying. Yeah, the things, his relationships is dying.
Yo, what's good, everybody? This is Hafiz from The Roommates, and welcome to another video. Guys, to be honest with you, I didn't want to talk about this video. I wasn't interested in it. I actually told Chris to not do this video yesterday, but a bunch of people
You went in and did it.
You know, a lot of people on Patreon like, Fees, we want to hear your opinion, and John was like, yo, you got to do the video for the people. So, you know what I said? You know what? I don't want to do it, but I'm going to go ahead and do it for the people. So, as you guys have heard, Cardi B and Offset, I feel icky talking about this, but Cardi B and Offset, they have recently filed for divorce, and they are not the first celebrity couple to file for divorce. As I'm not sure if you guys have been looking at the data, but divorce rates have been drastically increasing during this period of time. So there are three big takeaways that I got from the situation that I don't want to talk about them in their own personal business. I think that's messy, what happened between their families, between their family. But there are three things I want to talk about that I feel like is going to be very relevant to you and can be applied to your life right now. The very first thing is that I've been seeing a lot of women on the internet begin to bash men, begin to go on their whole rants and talk about, oh, this is why, you know, you can't trust a man. This is why, you know, all guys are dogs, blah, 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 blah. All these women do is they look for negative stories. They look for confirmation bias to their own negative presuppositions, and they want to project those ideas out to the world. As I've always said, guys, too many times women don't take accountability for their actions. Women want to idolize these men on the top of the mountain, right? They want to idolize these 1% guys. But then they don't ever want to acknowledge that the issues that you're dealing with come because you're with this 1% guy.
Pause. He's 100% correct. We knew who Offset was from jump. Rapper, has any, litany of females at his disposal. And, you know, you're going to try and wife up this man? Or, you know, you trying to hubby up, to this dude? Why him? Why not an unknown dude just out there in the stratosphere waiting to be loyal to you? But nah, you would go with this known womanizer. This, some people call it hood booger. Dude who's, despite the millions in the, around his neck and on his wrist, isn't worth his salt as a man. So, don't have buyer's remorse now. We knew who this dude was before. Where's the surprise? Easy bake oven. Put them in 5 minutes, come out. We knew what the result was going to be. Let's not be surprised here at the results. Anyways, click.
Right? You don't acknowledge your responsibility in choosing, entertaining, and putting emphasis on these kind of guys. So many women are talking about all men. How are you going to take one scenario, one situation, one occurrence, which you don't know what went on in their relationship? You have no idea what went on. And now you're trying to demonize, attack all men. Like I said, guys, I hate it when the extreme red pill guys demonize all women. I hate it when the crazy feminists demonize all men. We cannot take stories in the news, especially of celebrities, because don't let me get into how unstable those relationships are, and then use it to define the norm and to say this is how everybody else is. But that's not really the main crux of the conversation I wanted to teach people. There was a line in Cardi B's song WAP where Cardi said, I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me show you how I got this ring. But that line really made me feel funny because I was like, man, I think this idea, I've seen a lot of women have this idea. They have this idea that if I got that wet, if I got that good, you know what I mean? If I got, you know what I mean, the best of the best, now I can get whatever man I want.
Pause. Yeah, you can get whatever man you want for the next 5 to 10 minutes until he and he's out. I mean, what have you proved to him besides that? You were a good sensation. You're a good temptation. And I ain't talking about the groups from the 60s and 50s. I mean, he can go out and get good wet from whoever. But what are you bringing of substance to his life? How are you adding onto his kingdom? How are you an asset and not just those first 3 letters without ET? I mean, y'all, that's a dime a dozen. That's available, especially to men. Like you said, men of the 1%. They walk outside and got, women tripping, falling, and over themselves to get at them. So just because you're a female rapper, you making guap, and you have that WAP. You're not looking for women, especially top 1%. And those dudes aren't looking for women that have accomplishments and things like that. Just looking for a woman, a woman that's attractive, that feels that role at home. But anyways, quick.
Now, you know what I mean? I can be able to get married. They literally view their ability to get married and have healthy long-term relationships based upon their sexual performance. And what these women don't realize is that has nothing to do with commitment. They don't understand that the characteristics, the not wanting to cook, not wanting to clean, but thinking that you just have the bomb WAP means that you're going to get a faithful long-term relationship is a myth. It does not exist. It does not happen.
Mythbusters.
Straight up, it does not happen. If all you are is just good WAP, that's all you are. Trust me, there's better. Trust me. And another interesting thing, if you're a woman and all you have to offer is WAP, that is probably your most valuable asset. But if your most valuable asset is a sexual thing, by nature it has diminishing value. So what that means is, and this is going to be a really inappropriate one, I should say this for Patreon, but do you know how they say if you drive a car off the lot, it loses 30% of its value? In complete honesty, a lot of chicks, when a dude has sex with, automatically loses 30% of her value because that's all she is an object.
Yo.
So what ends up happening is, though you feel like you have the best you-know-what in town, and for a lot of these guys who simply see you as the WAP, a lot of these guys will rather prefer new, mysterious WAP versus old,
the mysterious
WAP I've had before.
You don't even have to be.
So like I said, too many women have this mindset and they miss out on the important values that I constantly tell you men to look for. They ain't cleaning, they ain't cooking, they ain't being kind, they aren't being feminine. They're throwing all that away. They just saying, yo, I got the best WAP, you should want me. Nah, it don't work that way. And so guys, this is the point that I feel like also helps a lot of you guys. you got to realize something. A lot of you guys lust after these girls. I talk about it all the time. I talk about it ad nauseum about these Instagram baddies, you know what I mean? Your favorite celebrities who look good physically. I'm telling you, when guys who get those girls realize really quickly, I'm not talking about Cardi here, I'm just talking about in general here. Guys who get these girls realize really quickly that when there is no value, you will not be happy. She can have the biggest butt, she can have the best breasts, she can have the most seductive eyes. Guys, I'm telling you, if there is no internal substance, it don't mean nothing. So many dudes like, oh man, this dude won't look at this chick. So many dudes I know, I do it too. We see a dude with a bad chick, a baddie, a real life. I'm not talking about the ones that you guys call baddie. I'm talking about real life baddie. We see dudes with this chick, I'm like, dang man, this dude's winning. Man, this dude, man, look at that, man, that dude's girl, man, she's bad, man. But you don't know that dude is miserable at home. That dude is popping Tylenol after Tylenol, because he be having headaches 24/7 dealing with that woman. We don't know these things because we so focus in on the exterior. And so what I always suggest to everybody is, one, take this as a teachable moment for you to realize, yo, instead of me pointing the finger and seeing what's wrong with everybody else, where am I wrong? Right? So women, my challenge to you is, instead of demonizing men, why don't you guys ask yourself, what kind of men are we associating with? Like I said, I want to throw this out real quick because I thought about this before I wrap this video up. Imagine there was a guy who only messed with strippers and he only messed with escorts. And then this guy was like, man, these girls stay trying to rob me, man. Man, these girls ain't loyal, man. Man, these girls be tripping, man. Most women would say, duh, it's the kind of girls you're messing with. It's not all girls, it's a type of girls you're associating with. So ladies, before you guys go on your whole bash a man thing, ask yourself, what kind of men are you associating with? And remember, no amount of WAP will make somebody be faithful and love you forever if they're not the person for you and if you're not the right kind of person yourself.
Boss, I mean, introspection. What he's talking about, a lot of people, they just jump from relationship to relationship. You know, one ends, they in one next 5 seconds because they got it like that. You know, like, you know, a lot of women, I mean, for the market, even especially, you know, these apps and social media, even the average girl is pulling, like, getting like so many dudes in her DMs and boxes, and that's causing delusions. They think that their value is here when really they're here, you know, or you know, those dudes just after one thing, you know, and people out here, they have no reality checks. They bank account, their checking account is empty as fuck because they ain't got no checks. Imbalances. Like, people have no idea their value, or like they just have no idea like what they're looking for. I mean, like, or their shit is all out of whack. They're looking for all the wrong things. Looking in love for all the, looking at love. Nope. Cut that. Looking, cut. Looking for, damn, cut. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love. Looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love, yeah. I mean, simple as that. Like, their requirements are just based on physical, just based on what, you know, they bring to that person brings to the table. You're not looking at, you know, personality, lifestyle, attitude, demeanor, the way they treat other people. Like, looking at all these obvious, you know, signs and signals and things that go into making a person. Because you look, you know, you're getting the person. You're not just getting, you know, the packaging. You know, yeah, they have, you know, they're 6'5", live in a, you know, mansion, and have a healthy bank account, but how are they as a person? And how do they meld with you and your goals, your long-term goals? But like I said, people they're not even considering these things, and it's just like, are you brain dead? But that's the generation that's been raised up, and that's the generation we live in. And people so concerned with all the outside exterior stuff have no care about the contents. But yeah, let's let this man talk.
And fellas, like I said, guys, I love baddies. You know Feezy loves baddies. But if she don't got that character and she don't got that spirituality to match it, she is a liability and not an asset.
Yeah. Another thing he talked about, femininity. Females don't have none. Like, you might as well be talking to another nigga. Like, I don't I'm looking for a woman. I look like being with another nigga. Ugh. Like, it's just that is a lost art in this day and age in 2020. How to be a female, like, out of charm, and like think femininity is weakness. No, strength. You have a man by the balls in the cup of your hand dancing like this when you play your cards right, when you're actually desirable. Like, I mean, I might as well go ahead and date a hardcore lesbian if I'm gonna be one of some of these girls these days. Like, no. Equality doesn't equal attractiveness.